What's up everybody? Welcome back to Golf Simulator videos. Back today with the UNEEKOR Eye Mini, continuing this series of coverage since we got the unit. Hope you guys are enjoying the videos that we've already put out. If you haven't seen those, make sure you check them out. We've got everything from an unboxing, first look, talking about data and features, talked about alignment, even had a full 9 holes of on-course play using the GS Pro Golf Simulator software. We'll have some more on-course play and other software coming soon. But today, we're here to talk about the new UNEEKOR View for iOS. All right, so I actually have it launched on my iPad. You can see that behind me. I have an iPad Pro 11-inch. It's a few generations old, but it seems to run all the software out there just fine. I think the Pro has a pretty powerful processor, and as long as you have a somewhat reasonable generation iPad, you're probably going to run this no problem. Maybe we can get those specs and put them in the description of what's required to run this iOS version of View. I'm sure we can find that right in the App Store, so I'll get that for you guys. But you'll see up on the screen right now, I have the Eye Mini packages. So I apologize we didn't dive into pricing on that first look video. I mean, there was a lot to talk about without making it just a total marathon. I figured, we'd go over these mini packages. Some people had some questions and things. So let's talk about this. So the unit itself, the UNEEKOR Eye Mini, is priced at $4,500, $4,500. What is that going to include? That is going to include this unit with all of the different items that I showed you in the package, like the Ethernet, the power cord, your stickers, that really nice case that it comes with. And then as far as software, you will see that that actually comes with all of your ball data points and all of your club data points. So you don't need a subscription to get any of that data. All right, want to make sure everybody understands that. So you're getting full ball and club data that this provides with no subscription. You're also going to get the PC version of View, which I've shown already. If you guys haven't seen that, make sure you check it out. You're going to have the ability to have one profile generated inside of that View software, and then you're able to have up to 15 sessions, and then it does not include Power U reports. I've shown this in the channel before. Go back and look at my View video that shows the Power U reports, where you can actually take the swings and data and put them up in the cloud of my UNEEKOR. It's really cool. Does not include that in the base package, but it does include the View Air app. That's what they're calling this, is View Air. So you can use your iPad or PC with the base $4,500 pricing version. It does not include Refine Plus, which is that UNEEKOR software. All right, simulation software. I've shown that as well. If you want to see that, we will do a Eye Mini video playing Refine Plus. And then does not include a connector for third-party software. So if you're looking to connect GS Pro, E6, TGC 2019, those third-party software pieces, you're not going to be able to do that without at least the Pro package, which is $199 a year. Now, a lot of manufacturers are going to this. I think it's one of those things where it helps them, with the ongoing support cost, ongoing development, helps them keep the initial price lower because they know that there is longer term revenue. So it's not a bad thing necessarily, in my opinion. It's kind of what you're seeing a lot of industries, not just golf, go to. Once you get the Pro package, it's going to step up your profiles from 1 to 5. Then you're going to get 100 sessions per profile. All right, so it's a lot of sessions, and then 500 Power U reports. That's a lot of Power U reports. So depending on how much you're working on your game, that Pro package might be plenty for you. It's going to, of course, include everything that was in the player package, like the View Air app. It does not include Refine Plus. So if you're looking to have the UNEEKOR Refine Plus software, it does not include that. But now it opens up that third-party connection to other software, like we mentioned, GS Pro, E6, TGC. Once you get up to the Champion package, all right, which is $399 per year, all right, you are now going to step up to 50 profiles. So maybe this is that coach that's looking to have a lot of profiles in there. Now he's going to get 50, him or her, and then 500 sessions per profile and 1,000 UNEEKOR reports. So obviously they're paying for cloud space, and this is kind of that revenue that's going to allow them to cover that cloud space. It's going to include the View Air like it's supposed to, and then Refine Plus, their software is now included. All right, so you're going to get that simulation software included. Now, if you want to just say, hey, look, I don't want an ongoing subscription, but I want everything in the list, you can do that with their Legend which is a $19.99 add-on. That brings your total investment up to $6,500, which actually, if you look at comparable units in the marketplace, it kind of lets them fall right there. So it does keep everything else the same, it just unlocks it. So you're getting basically the Champion package in a perpetual type, situation. So that covers all of that. Now we're going to move on to the actual View Air software. I'm going to take down that display capture. We're going to show our iPad here. Once you get connected, it's very simple to connect to the iMini, because when you go down here to menu and you go to settings under Wi-Fi, you switch from static to AP, and it basically makes this an access point for your iPad. It even displays a QR code that you can just take your camera, scan it, it automatically connects to the Wi-Fi. It's that easy. Once that's done, you launch, create a profile like I did, as you can see right here. You can hit the start button, select the club that you're going to be using. I'll use an 8-iron today. I have my sticker already on my 8-iron from a previous video, and then you'll see that we're launched. Now, this is more powerful than I thought, the amount of stuff that it shows inside of this app. I think you're going to be impressed. One thing I would like to bring up to UNEEKOR is the ability to make this full screen, or maybe even shift the image, because if you're like me and you have your iPad connected to a projector, you're not going to have that image full screen. I mean, my iPad Pro, takes up the majority of the screen. Don't get me wrong, it's scrunched down just a little bit because it's not a perfect 16:10 format of that screen. But if I had the ability to either push off the menu, which would make that full screen, I think that would be fine, or even a pop-out or something like that that allows it full screen if you want it. But let's go ahead and give you guys a demonstration. Try to make a decent swing here for you. If not, we'll make a couple of them. All right, pretty darn good shot to start things right off. I mean, that's my spin number on my 8-iron. That's my carry distance on my 8-iron. I mean, that's everything I'd like to see. So we'll use that shot as our example to go over to the iPad and show you just how powerful this app really is. So up at the top, you're going to see, and basically depends on the, from here, how you want to dive into your data. They have all of those different sections up at the top. So if you wanted to select shots, first I'll start in the upper left, where you can actually just go and select what shot you're looking at. So you could hit 8 shots, then go select what shot you want in that list. You also have the ability in the upper right to show all of your different tracers, or just the last one, which is nice. But let's go to the top center and let's look at all the different tabs. So I have that side view, which is really cool. All right, so I can actually see the apex of my shot actually shows the flight of the shot. When you actually select those different tabs, you can see that 2D top view. Let's go to a dispersion. Once I start hitting a handful of shots, you'll see a cluster that starts, and that will have your dispersion circle. I've shown that in a lot of videos. That's really cool. Now here's where it's going to get pretty powerful for a lot of people. And I didn't expect this. I didn't know if they were bringing this to the iPad app or not, but check this out. You have full impact image and the swing path video in your iPad View software. So watch this club come in. And I knew I hit that super crisp. Look at that. It's barely maybe touching the turf just a tiny bit, and it hits that ball. Ideal shot for me. And I can even see the spin. I mean, just no spin axis basically on that ball at all. I can sit here and review that all day long. I mean, that is just so cool that they have this built into the iPad. And then if you go to the next tab, this is cool because this is your shot list. So if you want to go through and look at that comparison of the 5 shots you hit, you can look at all those. And then you actually have, a average and max down at the bottom. All right. And then you have your full data tiles available. So you can actually just sit there and hit shots if you want and look at all of your data tiles. Now, in my opinion, you have so much data at the bottom. This is probably more of a review screen, but you get the point. I mean, it takes you through a lot of different stuff. And then you have a settings tab. It basically shows you my iMini, the IP address, the version it's on. Yes, you can scan the Wi-Fi if you want to and connect to, your actual network, using this app. And then you can see text animation, and then trajectory animation, can be turned on and off. So I just think that that's really cool. Overall, this app is, I think, going to be very, very powerful for a lot of people. You're going to be able to take this to the driving range, which we will do. I'm going to take this unit outside. And with the ability of having infrared paired with these high-speed cameras, you don't have to worry about sunlight or washing out or it being in grass. It's going to have that ability to show that locked-in image on the ball, depending on if you're even out there at night. You know, you have to understand that this is going to be able to work after the sun goes down. So for you hardcore golfers out there that might be out there at dusk, you could still be using your Eye Mini. So we're going to do all that, guys. Stay tuned. We're going to have a lot more videos coming soon. I thought that this one was really powerful to show, and we're even going to try to do some comparisons that people have been asking for. So stay tuned for all that. As always, I appreciate you guys watching. Stay tuned. There'll be a lot more coming soon.